Have you ever heard of Ember Ridge? It's a stretch of forest just outside of Portland, Oregon, where nothing ever grows right. Trees twist the wrong way, birds don't sing, and if you ask the locals, they'll either go quiet or change the subject. But there's one legend that refuses to die, the Mitchell House. 3 teenagers disappeared there in 2007. No trace, no clues, just vanished. The house was condemned, boarded up, forgotten. Until last fall, when 3 YouTubers decided to film an overnight challenge inside. Their names, Tyler, Jenna, and Lucas. And what they captured, no one can explain. Tyler ran a small urban exploration channel. He'd done abandoned hospitals, empty malls, even a ghost town. But the Mitchell house was different. Local lore said the house was cursed, that it swallowed people. Naturally, Tyler wanted clicks. Jenna, his girlfriend, was more cautious. Lucas, their tech guy, thought it was all nonsense. They arrived at sunset. The sky was blood orange behind the tree line, and the air felt thick, heavy. The front gate, long rusted shut, creaked open like it had been waiting. The house stood like a corpse, windows shattered, paint peeled to the bone, ivy choking the frame. But it was the silence that got them. No wind, no crickets. Just, nothing. Lucas set up the cameras while Jenna took a few selfies for the thumbnail. Tyler did a dramatic intro for their video. We're spending the night inside one of the most haunted houses in America. People say this place is alive. That it watches. Let's find out. They stepped inside, the air turned colder immediately. The floor groaned with each step. Dust hung in the beams of their flashlights like cobwebs. The front room had old furniture covered in sheets, a fireplace lined with black ash, and on the wall, photos. Dozens of them, all the same girl. Probably 14, pale, dark-haired, staring dead-on at the camera in each one. That must be Eliza Mitchell, Jenna said. The daughter. She was never found. Upstairs, they found her bedroom. Everything was still there, her diary, cracked porcelain dolls, a music box still wound up. When Jenna opened it, the tune it played was slow, almost backwards. Chilled them. Lucas noticed something written behind the doorframe, faint scratches that read, "I see you." Hours passed. They filmed, they joked, they explored the basement. Nothing happened. Tyler seemed disappointed. Jenna was exhausted. Lucas sat at the dining table reviewing footage. That's when he saw it in one of the clips, a frame barely a second long, a figure stood at the end of the hallway. Tall. Crooked. Not there before. And not one of them. Lucas froze the frame. Showed it to Tyler and Jenna. This isn't a joke, right? Tyler asked, eyes wide. Jenna shook her head. That's when the lights went out, all of them. At once, the camera died. The flashlights flickered. The house groaned like it had lungs. Then came the whispering, not from one direction. From all around. Jenna grabbed Tyler's hand. Lucas spun in circles, trying to pinpoint the sound. Then, from the kitchen, a loud slam. They ran to see, the back door had shut and bricked itself over. Where there had been an exit, there was now just wall. They were trapped. Tyler cursed. Jenna cried. Lucas whispered, "This isn't just a haunting. The house, it doesn't want us to leave." The next morning, Emily's mother returned home, humming a tune as she set her keys on the kitchen counter. She found Emily in the living room, pale and silent, clutching a blanket like a lifeline. Her eyes were hollow, unfocused, as if she hadn't slept at all. "Emily, sweetie," her mother asked, concerned. "Are you okay?" Emily opened her mouth to speak but hesitated. She didn't know where to begin. She had locked herself in her room the rest of the night after fleeing the bathroom. She had heard whispers through the walls, soft, drawn-out echoes of her name, each one more distorted than the last. She couldn't tell if she had imagined it, or if something truly inhuman had spoken from the other side of the glass, that day. Didn't argue, but removing the mirrors didn't help. At night, Emily still felt it. A cold, unblinking presence watching her from corners where no eyes should be. Shadows moved just outside her peripheral vision. Her phone would glitch, its screen flickering for seconds before showing a distorted version of her face, smiling, even when she wasn't. 2 nights later, the dreams began. In them, she would find herself in an endless hallway lined with mirrors. Each one reflected her, but not quite. The reflections were wrong, smiling when she frowned, crying when she laughed, their eyes always following her no matter which way she turned. One mirror would always crack at the end of the dream, spidering out until her reflection reached through the broken glass. She started sleeping with the lights on, but the dreams didn't stop. She started hearing tapping again, on her closet door, on the windows, on the mirror her mother swore she had taken to the attic. Emily didn't want to be alone anymore, but no one else believed her. She tried telling her best friend, Jordan. Didn't argue, but removing the mirrors didn't help. At night, Emily still felt it. A cold, unblinking presence watching her from corners where no eyes should be. Shadows moved just outside her peripheral vision. Her phone would glitch, its screen flickering for seconds before showing a distorted version of her face, smiling, even when she wasn't. 2 nights later, the dreams began. In them, she would find herself in an endless hallway lined with mirrors. Each one reflected her, but not quite. The reflections were wrong, smiling when she frowned, crying when she laughed, their eyes always following her no matter which way she turned. One mirror would always crack at the end of the dream, spidering out until her reflection reached through the broken glass. She started sleeping with the lights on, but the dreams didn't stop. She started hearing tapping again, on her closet door, on the windows, on the mirror her mother swore she had taken to the attic. Emily didn't want to be alone anymore, but no one else believed her. She tried telling her best friend, Jordan. At first, he teased her, joking that she'd been watching too many late-night horror reels. But when he came over and Emily showed him the mirror she'd found mysteriously placed back in the upstairs hallway, his smile vanished. The mirror was cracked, just like in her dreams, and there was something off about the reflection. Jordan leaned in, squinting. It looks like it's moving slower than us. Emily nodded. I know. Suddenly, Jordan froze. His reflection blinked. He hadn't. They both stumbled back. The reflection kept watching them. Then it raised its hand and touched the other side of the glass. Neither of them had moved. Jordan grabbed Emily's arm. We need to leave. Now. They bolted from the house and spent the night at his place. The next morning, Jordan drove back to Emily's to help her pack. They were going to ask her mom to stay somewhere else for a while. But when they opened the front door, they found the hallway mirror shattered into dust. A single phrase had been written on the wall in what looked like dried blood: one of you stayed behind. Emily turned to Jordan in horror. His face had gone pale, his eyes wide. But she didn't see her friend anymore. The way he tilted his head, the slight twitch in his left eye, it wasn't him. She ran. Since then, Emily hasn't been seen again. Jordan told everyone she ran away because she was unstable. But if you look closely at his reflection in store windows, you'll sometimes see it smiling, when he's not. So, what do you think happened to Emily? Did she become one of the reflections? Or did something take her place and leave a fake behind? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoy spine-chilling tales like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Vyrick for more terrifying stories every single week. Sleep tight, if you can.